Do you want to become rich? What holds you back to become one? Welcome to Financially Savvy. Today, let's talk about 7 ego type to avoid if you want to become rich. A lot of people struggle financially and they think to themselves, I cannot become rich because I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough capital. I don't have the right idea, or I'm not in the right industry, or I don't have the right connections. That's not what holds most people back. What holds most people back is this one thing, and that is ego. That's right, ego. Now you may be thinking, no, I don't have any ego. What are you talking about? I'm just struggling financially. I don't have money. No, that's not true. Ego comes in many disguises when you are broke. You have many of these egos that are holding you back today. We are going to share with you 7 of them, and see if you recognize any one of them. And if you think you don't have any, that is exactly the problem. Number 1, the blame ego. Blame people, and that blame ego sets. It's not my fault. It's the government's fault. It's the economy, right? It's the industry. It's my coworkers. It's my parents. I come from a dysfunctional family, and that's why I will never become rich, or all my friends. Or that's why I will never become rich because my supervisor, he is holding me back. The blame ego always says it's someone else's fault. They're always pointing fingers. And remember, when you're pointing finger to someone else, 1 finger pointing out, guess what? 3 fingers pointing back. Do you have this ego? Do you blame other people? Do you make excuses then? Maybe the one that's holding you back? Number 2, know-it-all ego. When you are broke, you think you know it all. You think you don't need to read books because you know what you are doing. You are starting all these businesses, and guess what? None of them work because you thought you know what you are talking about. The know-it-all always thinking they know everything. Keep doing the same thing again and again and expect a different result. That's the very definition of insanity, that know-it-all ego. Number 3, the fearful ego. What holds a lot of people back is fear. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of making a mistake. Think about it before you do something. You're saying to yourself, what if it doesn't work, or what if I lose money? And what if I make a mistake, then what happens? What if I don't know what to do? What if I can't figure this out? What if it does work? Always remember, fear is an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. It's nothing more than a made-up story in your own mind. So do you have the fearful ego holding you back? Number 4, the comfort zone ego. It says I'm comfortable. I'm happy where I am. I'm content. Things are fine. I don't need to be that ambitious. But that's the problem. Your income zone is your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is your income zone. When you get complacent, when you get comfortable, you're not growing. Remember, when you're not growing, you are dying. So do you have this ego that is holding you back right now? And what are you gonna do about it? Are you getting value out of my content so far? Please like and share this video if you find this helpful. Number 5, the judgmental ego. I want you to imagine this. You are walking down the street and suddenly you hear loud engine noise, and suddenly you see a red Ferrari just drove by. What's the first thought that comes through your mind? Comment down below. No filter. No edit. Just comment below. What's the very first thought that comes to your mind? Chances are, he's an asshole. Who does he think he is? So cocky. So selfish. Probably a greedy bastard. Actually, you know what? Probably it is not his money anyway. It is his daddy's money, or if it's a lady or a woman, that's a gold digger, right? All these negativity. Guess what? That's you judging other people. My question to you is, how do you know? It's all made up stories in your mind, right? And sometimes you say, she's not that pretty. He's not that smart. You're judging other people. You're projecting your own insecurities, your own values onto other people. How do you know that man is not a hard-working man? How do you know he's not a good husband? How do you know he's not a family man? How do you know he's someone who worked 20 to 30 years to get to where he is at this point? How do you know? You judge. You come to your own conclusions before even talking to the person. You see how your mind works. How are you going to be successful? How you gonna become rich if that's the image that you have for people who are successful? Number 6. The excuses ego. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you cannot do both. And excuses nothing more than a well-planned lie. The excuses ego says, well, I can't afford it. I don't have money, right? Oh, that's too far. That's too difficult, or I don't have enough experience. It's always I can't, or I don't know how. You could have a million excuses why you cannot do something. You only need one damn good reason why you must do it. Number 7. The people-pleasing ego. Well, I just want to make sure everybody's happy. Everybody is okay. I know, but I don't want to rock the boat. As long as everybody's okay, then I'm okay. You try to please people too much. You always put other people first. Nothing is wrong with that. But sometimes in life you have to put yourself first. Even when you're flying on an airplane, you gotta put on your own oxygen mask first before you help someone else. Sometimes in life you have to put yourself first. You have to be a little bit selfish. So you could be generous. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. You always put your family first. You always put other people first. My question to you is, what about you? And you might think you're so selfless. No, you're being selfish. That's people-pleasing ego in play. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. What you're really saying is, I don't trust other people. That is ego. That's a form of ego that holds you back because nothing great is accomplished just with one person. It requires other people, requires teamwork. Do it yourself ego. This is probably one of the most common ego that hold most people back. Most entrepreneurs, that's holding them back from going to that next level because they are control freaks. They have this massive deal yourself ego that's holding them back. So comment below, how many of these egos do you have? And be honest, how many of these egos do you have out of the 7 that are preventing you from becoming rich? Comment below. Now if you say I got none of them, that one is probably the biggest ego that I have ever seen. If you say you've got none of them, because in reality, we had a lot of these. We still have some of these. We still have to work through them ourselves. That's it for now. Please subscribe and click on the notification bell for more content like this. Until next time. Cheers.